stop. No, we will not stop. Welcome to the closing show. Hey, Adara, how are you doing?
I'm great. How are you, Shawn?
I mean, we all right. Yeah, good trade there to close. Unless you're Ramin, get out of here. All right, there we go. Nice little day.
I like the way you went it, baby. You're like, unless you're Ramin, do not.
Yeah. The only time because I put my mic on and then Ramin comes and fixes it, and I feel all special like. But Fabian and I and Brendan, they're working on the podcast, so get ready for that. Make sure you go find Freedom and Wealth podcast, and thank you for all the nice talk. I'm just logging into my system here as we go. But the triple Qs today, nice little move. Do we have some earnings? So right now, get ready for some earnings, man. Here we go. We got CRM. We've got lots of stuff popping up. There it goes. Wow, let's have a little bit of a fail there on Salesforce. Yo, Mark Benioff, what's good, my guy? This move is all the way down to the downside right here as my system's loading up. So we'll put that CRM right now down to 245, down 9%. What were we looking for? 8% move, I believe, 6 to 8% move on CRM. The numbers, that we were looking for was 238, revenue of 9.14. Adara, what up?
I mean, revenue, we got 9.13 billion versus that estimate. So that came in a little bit lower than expected here for Q1 revenue. For Q2 revenue, they're seeing 9.2 to 9.25 billion. The estimate there for that guidance was 9.35 billion. So that is weak. They see Q2 revenue 9.2 to 9.25 billion. Analysts were looking for 9.35.
Yeah, down she goes right there. Yeah, you're not, honestly, in this environment, you cannot guide down. I mean, they're EPS beats, right? We got an EPS beat there of 244 versus 238, but CRM still taking it downside right there for CRM. We can flip over to the daily chart. I mean, you're now below the 200 period moving average. This is a buy for me down here. We'll see if we make the mistake and leave it like we did on Cava. Okta is now out. So again, another name that we're going to pay attention to that, whoopsies. Are we getting now a little bit of some downside pushes in some of these names? Of course, Okta right now. What is the short float on Okta? Again, short float just 3% right now. Again, platform enterprises, another tech name starting to go to the downside here with Okta. We'll find out those numbers if you do have them.
I have them.
It's out right now. It looks like 65 cents beating 55. Sales looks to the beat as well, but it looks pretty flat to me right here, Okta. You seeing anything on that?
Your revenue is actually, so that is going to be a beat. Q1 revenue, $617 million versus $604.3 million expected. So that's actually a pretty nice Q1 revenue beat here. Not seeing anything else, just kind of seeing their guidance, but not seeing the comparison. They're seeing Q2 54-cent earnings per share and revenue 615.8 million. So that revenue would be lower than what they reported in the previous quarter, but I'm not, again, seeing comparison for that guidance, what we're looking for.
Little love there. Guys, thank you for the love of the hat. People like the hat, Adair. You like the hat?
I like the hat.
Okay.
Go Jays. Go Jays.
Don't you love the hat?
I do love, I love the hat.
Loves better than like.
I love the hat.
Yeah, just playing around. All right, CRM, nice move, still down to 245. You know what? I'm looking over here at this chart of ours here. Let me just zoom this out. Where's the green? What sector today? Give me a green sector. These guys are like, Burke. Yeah, okay, Ramin. I know you can see colors. That's great. Burke right here, 0.07 right now. The only thing that's up right now, we've got K-Web downside. We've got FXI, of course, with those Chinese names. We've got Pass the Weed down 4% right now. Gold miners downside today. I mean, there is no love anywhere in the market. Neil talked about some nat gas. They're down 6% today. King Copper is down today.
We got C3 AI.
We got AI. We wanted an upside move, and that's exactly what you got.
Oh, yeah, these are good numbers.
Looks like that's a nice little 10% move up right now for C3 AI. That goes bang in the night. Boom in the night.
What goes bump in the night?
That's good bump. That's good. C3 AI goes bump in the night. $27.
That's a nice look.
Yeah, with a nice little look there for C3 AI. What does this name look like on the daily? We're going to have to talk about this. I don't know if Trader Tammy's going to be looking at C3 AI, but this has some levels up here. $26, $27 for C3 AI. What are those numbers looking like? Are they out yet?
Yeah, so I'm seeing Q4 revenue for their fiscal Q4 coming in 86.59 million versus the estimate of 84.4 million. So that is going to be a beat. Trying to see if there's any of these other metrics compared to estimates. I want to shout out Darwin here in the chat, dropping apparently there was a bit of an increase in some of these metrics. So nice look as well. I'm just trying to find this exact number here because on our end, we don't always see the comparison to the estimates. But yeah, Q1 revenue, their outlook is 84 to 89 million. Given that they just posted 86 million, that'd be some quarterly growth if they do get that 84 to 89 million, or at least the higher end of that. So nice look there.
Okay, yeah, C3AI starting to go up to the upside. Look, we did have a move down today on AAL. I mean, they were pretty bad for the rest of the day. It's still down that 14%. AAL starting to go downside. We had the Jets ETF as well. Check out American there. Not a good little move down today into $11, $12. So that's starting to create some downside moves. We did have Okta, CRM, and AI, the big names that have reported already for us today. We saw J&J in trouble, down at some not good levels down here for Johnson & Johnson on the daily chart. I said, why not just stay in XLV? If you like healthcare, I would feel safer right now in an ETF. I believe it's time to buy some XLV. And our guest coming through, we did have Tammy at the beginning of the year. Wow, I can't believe, like, it just seems like yesterday that we introduced Tammy.
Right, yeah.
Fibonacci Princess. And I remember that it was talking a little bit about BMY. And look at this name. I don't know if she's in or out of that right now, but Bristol Myers getting taken to the shed right there. Downside move for Bristol Myers. We have like basically one green day in the last 15 days. Bristol Myers downside. Maybe we can find out more about that. But I think we talked to Tammy about this. A break there of that 48, definitely downside. Fabian, what can I do for you, my friend? Me log into Zoom? I'll get to that in a minute. Okay, I don't need to. Look, me and Tammy, you know.
You guys got a back and forth, a report, yeah.
Back and forth, you know what I mean?
Got the report.
We're all good. We're all good, so be excited to have Tammy back on. Neil was with her last week, so I get the pleasure of doing that today. Trader Tammy coming in just a couple minutes. All right, so that's what was good here today. Let's just look quickly. Let's go back to Salesforce before we go, just to have a quick look to see what's going on. Whoa! Hello. Tammy, if you are paying attention in the green room right now, I'm not sure if she's there, but CRM, nice downside move into 235. I know there's going to be some levels of Salesforce that we're going to have to talk about because right now we are breaking well below the 200 period moving average. Salesforce broken right now, down 13%. Another friend of ours, Danielle Shea, she talks all the time, Adara, that when a move happens extended past the expectation, we do get some carry forward on the next day.
Yeah.
So Salesforce, we had it written down as a 6.6% expected move. Right now, you're ringing that register down 13%.
Oh my Lord.
C3AI, again, adjusted numbers coming through right now. Nice move to the upside there for C3AI as that's working out. So it looks like CRM downside, Okta flat, and AI up. So it looks like you'll kind of go, if you're looking for moves,
you got a little bit of everything.
One. Yeah, you got C3AI. Nice move there as well, downside. But we have UI Path. We're waiting for that number. Oh, man. Hopefully Kathy does not phone us right now. I do not need to hear from Kathy Wood right now because UI Path is making a move to the downside. Look at this name, down to 15, 15.30. That is a 15% move. We'll slap a fail on on UI Path. Its expected move 13%. It's now down 18.
These numbers are.
Where's my water? I need to maybe throw it on my face here. We need a splash of reality as some of these stocks coming back down now, including UI Path. So I actually need to go get my water.
Yeah, I can give you those numbers.
Adara, give the numbers and I'll be right back in 1 sec.
So here's the path UI Path took on its earnings. Why not have a pun in the aftermarket show? Don't normally do it. We did get here a beat on Q1 revenue that's going to be 335 million versus the expectation of 333 million. So a bit of a beat there. Gross margin for Q1 of 83%. Q1 adjusted operating income, this is where in one metric they lost on 50 million versus the expectation of 53.7 million. And here's the other thing. UI Path reappointing Daniel Dines as its CEO, Rob Enslin set to sit down as its CEO and the board member. So maybe Rob, some situations here with Rob, I do not know, but I'm going to have to look into this. Rob Enslin stepping down as CEO and board member, and they're going to reappoint Daniel Dines as the CEO. So that is what the path UI Path is taking right now. Q1 revenue beat, profit miss.
Yeah, not a great path.
Not a great path, though.
Just quickly here, Salesforce, what is their PE right now? So their forward PE is just 27, but their current PE is 64. So after a little bit of a haircut right now, we're going to see some downside moves, most likely there in Salesforce, as there's the move down in the PEs right here. So big market cap, 260 billion, but Salesforce and UI Path, wow. UI Path is now down like 30%.
Pardon? That's crazy, 30%.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Not bad.
Not
Adair, you
bad.
mentioned today that you had a pretty fun day trading.
I did.
What stock was that?
So it was a lot of Tesla. And it's nice too, because initially I did take a slight hit on my first Tesla trade. And I said this on the show too, I didn't plan it very much. I liked the level, and that level actually did end up holding up, but not the way I was trading it at the time I was trading it. I got out cleanly, it was fine, and then I just kind of kept fighting levels from that. That was my only bad trade on the name. So I think what I learned from that is you can have levels you like, but don't immediately go in with they're untested. Right. Also, I am a little bit disappointed in myself because I loved Lucy, pun intended, but I just didn't get the short. So if I had secured the shorts, that would have been okay, but yeah. I didn't, and you gotta learn. I know you were involved in the AMD and those TQs.
Oh yeah, we had some great trades there. I mean, check out this trade at the end of the day. We will go over some of our trade reviews, but this Tesla trade that we actually threw down right there at the end of the day, I mean, I don't know, you've been preparing, but Tesla came all the way back to this 178 level right there, and there we shorted it at 178. And there's the cover. Yeah, chef's kiss on that one. All the way down to 176. That's a $2. Look at this move down on Tesla.
That's gorgeous.
Like, I mean, I didn't expect it, or we wouldn't have got out of 80% up here. But we started ringing it for $1. Then all of a sudden it became $2, and we let it ride all the way down there into the end of the day. So Tesla today, nice move coming back in. So, all right, let's just, we'll get Tammy in just a couple seconds. I just want to go over a couple names that just fell through. So let's do a quick little overview here of the overall market. So again, Ramin, she likes doing this. Get my mug off the screen right there, and we'll see what we can do right now. As both the S&P 500 and the NASDAQ gap down, of course, but then just traded flat, but still to the downside. We had some positive names there with NVIDIA, Netflix, and what was CRM. We know where that is right now. Big winners include Abercrombie & Fitch and Chewy, outsized rallies. We could probably find those in here somewhere, maybe not. But again, Chewy and Abercrombie & Fitch, both 20+ percentage points to the upside. Lucy, ASTS, continued the moves for some small cap names. NVIDIA, of course, another great day after its earnings beat last week. And Tesla experienced a midday pop, of course, before that fade at the end that we just talked about. China definitely in trouble there. We did get a story. Look, AMD downside, Qualcomm downside, Texas Instruments, all the chip names definitely down despite what AMD was, what NVIDIA was doing. And then right there at the end of the day, I actually had some bad trades. Not horrible trades. Well, they're bad. On PDD, we had that news come through that there was potentially, like this is me, by the way. I think we were actually short right there, or whatever that bottom was there.
Nice.
No, short.
Oh, sorry. That's unfortunate.
Fail.
That's unfortunate.
Yeah, that was unfortunate. But not much happened there. Whenever I hear investigations into Chinese company.
That sounds like gold.
Let's put it this way. I'm not going long.
No.
You know, so
No.
PDD, we'll find out about that tomorrow. Let me see what this stock looks like on a daily chart. So again, just off earnings. Look, if the house of cards is about to fall down, I would look to some of these Chinese names, man. PDD, well upside right there. Alibaba's already faded back out as well, down to the 200 period moving average. All right, just real quick, because we do have a bunch watching us. I want to thank everybody for doing that again. Over 3,000 watching right now. Just a quick look at what was reported, and then we'll get Tammy. CRM continues to fall, now down 14%. People asking in the chat, did I buy this dip? I'm on the show. No, but I will be buying it. We're going to find some levels from Tammy. We'll see if we can jive with that. C3AI, upside up 10%. That's a good one. Okta was flat, still is. UI Path, another big name. We talked about 31%, 30%, now 31%. And we just get breaking news right now as Hewlett-Packard is out. We'll get those reports as they come through. Doesn't look like it's moving that much. But this brings me right into our favorite segment. And it's Trader Talk. Let's go. Hi, Trader Tammy. How are you?
Hey, Shawn, I'm great. How are you doing?
The Fibonacci princess is in the building. We hadn't connected in a couple weeks. How was Neil?
He was fantastic. He was a lot of fun, and we had a great time together.
Yeah, okay. I mean, he's not bad. He's a pretty good guy there. Me and him went to high school together. I'm glad you guys had a good one last week, and I saw the show, and it was well done. So, all right. I don't know if you were looking at Salesforce. I'm going to get right to brass tacks with you immediately on this one, and then we'll go over some ideas potentially that you may have as well. But that Salesforce, big miss, down 13%. There's a lot of traders that own this name. It's an AI name, and it just continues to go to the downside. I mean, on my daily chart, we're well past the 200 period moving average and some of this support down at 250. We're starting to go lower. I mean, I don't know who else to talk to about levels. We've got the Fibonacci princess right here. What does CRM look like to you down at these levels? And I know sometimes you don't have after hours prints, but 233 is where we're at right now.
Yeah, okay. So I did have a chart on CRM, but I only had 500 bars, and that just means how far back am I going on the data. So right here, I did just pull up 1500 bars so that I could go a little bit further back to kind of look at some more of these swings
Right.
because you're going pretty, well, how low can you go, right? And it sounds like we're going pretty low. It looks like though. I mean, that's probably what I've already got on this chart. I've got some symmetry from this swing from this more recent high that's coming in around 237, but you're saying we're going even further down than that.
Yep.
So
We're
it's
232 now.
it's questionable.
Right. So when you see, Tammy, when you see a big move like this in a stock, and I sort of had thrown out Danielle Shea's name there as well because she trades the options market. And when we start to see extended moves like this, they tend to be good day trades for us the next couple days, but potentially here, recommending names for longer term positions, I always like to wait at least 3 days after an earnings play. Is there anything like that that potentially you look at before you maybe advise, stepping into a name that's really gotten hit like this? Do you let it settle down?
Yes.
Yeah. So
I'm because what I'm looking at also is the intraday uphill battle.
right.
So, oh yeah, it looks great to buy. And then I'm like, well, now I'm going to go down to a 30-minute chart and see what the resistance looks like. And personally, I want to have some of the moving averages on the side of the bulls before I start getting interested. So what I'm looking for is maybe for, if it's below the 200 and below the 50, that maybe we get back above, that 200 moving day average and get through some of that closer resistance and then look for a buy on the pullback. And the reason why is because I don't want to buy something and run straight into resistance. My least favorite kind of trades are basically what's going on with Amazon right now, which is we're stuck so close between support and resistance that if you're not already in Amazon, I'm like, hey, find something else. So that's what's going to happen now, with Salesforce
Right.
is we're going to come down, find some support, and then we're going to have quite the uphill battle from all of this resistance that we've already had, on the way down. So all of this is going to act as resistance. And all these swings are going to act, as basically like a stop sign, potentially a stop sign. Sometimes you get going, moving fast enough and you blow right through resistance, right? But it's not something that I'm going to initially be interested in unless I can find defined risk. So if I have a cluster of support and I say, you know what, if it doesn't work, my stop is in and that's it. And that I heard you mention BMY earlier, and that trade was like that. My zone was around 49.50.
Yep.
And it kind of bounced around there for a while, and then it finally busted it, and I was out.
Right.
So that's the way I would see Salesforce for right now is just to, if you know what your risk is, that's fine. And tomorrow after the open, I will look at Salesforce. Because what's crazy to me is, back in the day, I used to have a sales job. This is between some of my teaching jobs, and I used to use Salesforce, and I loved it.
Right.
I'm not sure what's going on with it in the last,
Yeah.
12, 15 years, but I used to love Salesforce personally.
I mean, there's been some more
So,
competition. There's HubSpot, maybe. I mean, I think that potentially years and years ago, it was just a standalone and everyone was using it, right? And then all of a sudden,
Yes.
competition comes in, and then now with AI, things are just so easy now, maybe. But we'll wait for that. You mentioned to me on an email today about Cava. Like, what a bounce back. Now, I'm hoping as a Salesforce shareholder that we can get a Cava-like rebound today in CRM. But I mean, what a stock that is. Yesterday we had Mike Edward on from TTG, and he was talking to me about how he loved Cava. We don't have them here in Canada, so I've never ate there, but he just said it's like the Mediterranean Chipotle. I don't know if you've been to a Cava. If so, what's your opinion on that?
I don't know, honestly. I don't know what it is. Cava group. I don't have any idea what it is.
Oh, they're like it's like fast food. It's like Mediterranean fast food. So
No, I live on a little tiny island off the coast of Georgia, so the most of
an
our
island.
restaurants are local. But I have traveled recently to Middle Georgia, and I have not seen a Cava yet. So-
Tammy, give me a dish. Give me one of your preferred dishes. Like what? Like what do you like? I like meatball subs.
What do I like to eat if I'm eating?
Yeah.
I
I mean, I know it's a trading show, but or what do you order at Starbucks?
I do not typically go to Starbucks, but my children love Starbucks. They love a cake pop in the pink drink.
That was.
Um,
I asked the
have
same
more
question to
taste
our
things.
guest yesterday, and it was cake pops.
Yeah, if I'm eating, usually I love sushi. I love fresh shrimp and fish, so
Oh
I live
yes.
in the
Oh,
right place.
yes.
We eat Georgia Gulf shrimp, Georgia, not Gulf, of course, we're not on the Gulf. Georgia shrimp are some of the biggest, sweetest shrimp you've ever had in your life. That's what we're known for. They're absolutely delicious.
Oh, I am so down. I actually we put some shrimp on the Barbie. You see how we're talking? Because now we're getting some good weather up here. We put some on over Memorial Day, and it was absolutely fantastic. But you know which may have you beat. And I'm not saying the shrimp there aren't the best in the world, but I've been to Singapore, and honestly,
Ooh.
that was ooh. I want to go back to Singapore. But if I'm ever in Georgia, I'm coming over, Tammy. So get ready for that one. Did you have a look at Cava at all today? You did mention that. Was there anything on the charts you want to discuss, or maybe we can go over?
I just see that it's getting extended from this current swing. So what I do is I look at the current high to the current low, which of course we made a higher high today. And we're at that first target at 89.51. The second one is 93.66. And then what I did is I just looked at previous swings in the market and projected them from the more recent low, which was today,
Right.
to say if we get through these green target extensions, these are other places that the market may stop.
All right. We like.
So
Yeah, I was just gonna say
yeah,
I like.
mean,
I was just gonna
I'm
say.
not on. Like I said, I'm not familiar with it myself, but it's definitely worth taking a look at. And I have to apologize. So my kids are at home for summer break,
Already?
and my daughter opened the office door, and the dog came and jumped in my lap while we're on TV.
What dog do you have? I mean, your dog is welcome on the show. I mean, we're very
Oh well,
Pro
very
dog.
very pet friendly.
there you go.
I have a little
There he
cockapoo.
is.
Oh, is that a cockapoo?
He is a Cava, which is a King Charles mix.
Oh
with a
my
Bichon breed.
gosh. That looks a lot like my dog. Yeah, welcome to the show. That's awesome. Oh, on that note, did you see Chewy today? That stock absolutely insane. Come over to my screen, CHWY, Chewy there, the online pet store, absolutely ripping today. Like again, good earnings. Yeah, up just 26%. You know, not too bad. They institute a buyback program. Chewy absolutely ripping. You ever use this product?
I have used Chewy before. I used Chewy when I first got Kingsley, and we ordered a bunch of products through them. So I'm a big fan. They have great customer service. I haven't used them in a while, but I've had good, you know. And look, they don't have much of an uphill battle left.
Nope.
They've gone through a lot of price resistance here. So the next area that we're looking at to we've got around 20, what is that, 22, 23, and then maybe 26. So it's looking great. I think looking on a pullback, that could be a nice place to enter because you've got all the moving averages on the side of the bulls now. And what I mean by that is that pink dotted line is the 200 moving day average.
Right.
The green line is the 50 moving day average. And these are both simple. That blue is the 5, the red is the 13, and those are exponential moving averages. And when the price action is above all of those moving averages and the blue is on top of the red, I say that is a royal trade setup. When it has a pullback, that is the kind of stuff that I'm interested in and I like to see because those are the higher probability trades. And that's what I do. That's the Fibonacci princess, is I give you defined risk and the higher probability trades.
Hey, I mean, we're all down for higher probability trades. That is for sure. And you know what? The probability is 100% that when I come see you, we're having some of that shrimp and grits. That is for sure.
Amen to that. I'm taking you to the beach too, and I had
Yeah,
my goggles on
surfing,
just
everything.
before the show because I actually had the day off. And so if you can see, I don't know if you can see my goggle marks still around my eyes from chasing my kids through the pool. So
Not at all. Not at all. You got a nice little tan there. That's really nice. Okay, we talked about hymns. Did you want to go over
yeah.
something? That was a trade idea that potentially you want to talk about. And then we're running out of time, but let's
Okay.
go over hymns and we'll discuss what you're looking at right there. It's Trader
Okay, this is
Tammy.
my stepfather's idea, and my stepfather, he's about 82 years old and retired, and he is watching the markets all day, every day. And Hims has got a lot of great products coming out. They're
Was it?
basically Hims and Hers. You can Google and see what they're all about, but it's all about making Hims and Hers lives the best they can be and hormones the best they can be. And that's all I'm going to say about that for right now. Now, I would tell you, you need to wait for a pullback to enter the trade.
Right.
But if you see this on a pullback or you notice it before I do, and I can always set up a pullback for you, but you're above the 200, above the 50, the 5 is above the 13. And we're not quite too extended yet.
Right.
My husband Bruce got in around $18.50, I think. But we're looking for this to go a lot higher. I think this is going to be a really great stock to be involved in because they also are coming out with their own version of the whole, I don't know if I can use brand names or not, but
You can use
Nope.
it.
you know, the shot that everybody's taking that
Yep.
they're losing weight with.
That's right. Yeah, we
They're
can
coming
talk
out
about
their
that.
own version.
The GLP-1 drugs. Yeah, this is something that gets traded on the show a lot. So that's why I'm glad that you brought it up because it is a mover. Day traders really like it. Up 3% today. Hims and Hers. I agree. Above 50, above the 200, looking to break out. And the one thing that our traders like, 15% short float. So that could get the stock going back up to the upside. All right, it's at Trader Tammy 1. It is your Fibonacci princess. Anything you want to tell everybody that's watching about what you do, where they can find you before we wrap up?
Absolutely. I'm the Fibonacci princess. Right now, I'm at Elliott Wave Trader. I have the Fibonacci markets and stocks room. I work with the Fibonacci Queen. Some of you are familiar with her from Jim Cramer. And you can find me on Twitter at Trader Tammy 1.
Great. Tammy, thank you so much for joining again. And I'm glad that I was able to be here with you today. It's Tammy.
Me
Thank you so
too.
much. And get those shrimp ready to go. We'll get that barbecue going. Thank you so much,
Sounds
Trader
great.
Tammy.
Thank you,
See
Shawn.
ya, it's Trader Talk.
Have a great summer.
You too.
You too.
Wait a minute. Am I not seeing her anymore this summer?
Wait, what?
Well, hey, we're going to have a great summer no matter what, right?
Yeah, that's true. I mean, summer is a state of mind.
Oh, yeah, it's a season too. But
That's to that as
yeah,
well.
yeah, yeah. It's, I mean, we could be in the summer mode all day, every day.
Right? That's what
I feel that. I really like that. You know what's not having a good summer so far?
CRM.
Mark Benioff and CRM.
Yeah.
He's the CEO. But
Yeah, that got Mark
Yeah.
Benny down. That
it
stock
got
to the
marked down.
downside.
Yeah, this is like at TJX right now. We're at a little discount shop right here as we go to the downside. CRM, nice downside move again, still going. Look, if we want to talk about it and not even look at anything other than, the market itself right here and what CRM looks like themselves, I mean, this is the 200 period on a weekly chart. I wanted to bring that up because we're in it right now. There isn't too many stocks, like if you're going to call up Apple or anything like that, like these are levels, 153. You want to check out other stocks that you might be buying. I'm not trying to equate Microsoft or any of these things to CRM, but this is just how far down we've come on that stock. We've seen stocks like PanW get hit down to the 50 period, nowhere near the 200 period. I don't think Salesforce, I mean, it's a big hit. A stock like a J&J, obviously well below it. There's only a few monster names. And again, I just think in the AI wave right now, this could be bought up at some point. This is a monster move down 17%. It's given back everything. It's pretty much been up all year. I mean, from the bottom down there, 127. I mean, that's from 22. If you go back to this year, that's at October low of $200. And we talked about this with Mike yesterday. There's not too many stocks that are anywhere near, first of all, on the year, which this is right now all the way back, given everything back on the whole year. Possible buy opportunity. We talked about that also with another name, Uber. But again, look, 200 period, nowhere near. So CRM probably getting a little bit washed to the downside right now. That's for sure. And then another name that, again, We'll talk to Aunt Kathy about this as well tomorrow, but this name continues, man, on the 1 minute chart. Adara, this just looks nasty. There it is, UI Path down to $13. And again, looking at the daily chart, I mean, 13. Wait a minute.
That's concerning. That's an upsetting chart.
That is, yeah.
Ugh.
This is Adara. This is 1065 right here.
Ooh.
We are getting close to potentially. You know what? We had that move in Cava here today, but this little bottom right there. I mean, $13, $12. We could be into something here on UI Path. So I think this is a stock for tomorrow, right there. All right, you know what? Forget about the sticky note. We had a couple of good trades on there, including this Tesla trade, AMD trades to go. A lot of things happening, but we got to say what's up to the people that are still here.
We do, of course.
So shout out to Roll Call. I want to give a big thank you to, of course, Adara for staying late with us here. And thanks for getting those earnings. I mean, fast and furious. Good times there. Thank you to Adara. All right, who's here right now? Look, obviously we have Ponzi Fonzie. I mean, we have over 2,000 traders with us right now as traders stay late. Thank you to the Fibonacci Princess as well. Hey, there she is. What's up to Tammy Marshall? She's in here right there. Shout out to Tammy. Thank you so much for coming through. All right, let's do this right now. We do have a little bit of a slow internet, so hopefully this will come back in here as this goes. So what's up to NYC is here. DJ Marshall, Bears vs. Bulls, Full Profit, Monty G. Thank you so much for staying late again here. There's Dan McIsaac. Jared Tweedy is here. You want to get shouted out. Put some of these. Oh, there he is. Okay. Here's all the. Hi. What's up, Piper? Piper's still here. That's good. What's up, Piper? What's up, Marie L, Monty G, Benjamin, Gworev. What's up, Gworev? Dave Clark is here as well. Mike Breeze. I'm excited to see Ponzi Fonzie still in the chat. JC, Pro Day Trader, Derek Thompson, Shawn Moore, JC is here, and is Anthony, Mike Breeze, DJ Marshall, Marty. Hey, look, we caught up. Oh, great show today. Thank you, Dewey, and everybody else. What's up, Hugh? Hope you're doing well as well. What's on the docket tonight, you may ask?
I may.
So, I have procured.
Procured? Oh, I like it.
60 pucks for my daughter because she sits in the back and fires pucks. She tries to do 1,000 a week, and the thing is, she does them in tranches of 30.
I like that. Tranches, she's already getting in that trading mentality. I love it.
Yeah, I mean, she doesn't use those terminologies.
But you will. Okay.
Yeah. So a bucket is 30. She only has one bucket right now. So the problem is she fires the 30 off. Then me and my wife, we got to go get the pucks, collect them. Takes a little bit of time, but it's okay. And by the way, you wouldn't like when this happens. It is basically 30 minutes of nonstop Taylor Swift songs.
I knew it was going there.
Yeah, you knew it was going there. But now we've got 60. So now she can go 90 shots. So I'm getting
And even more Taylor Swift.
And even more Taylor Swift. I never thought about that. And then, so we're going to go get that. And then, I don't know if you've ever heard of profiling, but you can get profiling on the bottom of your blade. So depending on how you skate, certain parts of the blade may be longer or shorter than other parts. So me being insane about my daughter, we're going to go get her skates profiled.
That's awesome. That's really cool, though, that she likes it. And that's awesome that you and your wife and Taylor Swift are supporting her in this journey. Yeah, that's really cool.
And got a sore shoulder. We didn't have batting practice or anything yesterday, but all right, thank you to everybody for joining. It's been a blast of a show. It's 4:35. Thank you to everybody. We did the roll call. Thank you so much to Trader Tammy. Thank you to Ramin for staying late as well. And thank you, Adara, for everything that you've done for this after show as well. Look, Traders Stay Late, we got 2 of them. Plus, we got Ramin, who's a trader.
You trade.
Every time I say, oh, I want to buy Ulta Beauty, she's like, oh, I just spend money at Ulta Beauty. I like going to buy Starbucks. Oh, I like Starbucks. Tomorrow I'm going to get Ramin whatever she wants at Starbucks and yourself.
Oh.
As well.
Okay.
Nobody else. Don't tell Neil or Fabian or Sharif or anybody. Yeah, definitely not Brendan. Fabian potentially. All right.
He's on that thin ice.
We're on that. Yeah, Fabian's on very thin ice. Adara, maybe potentially you're the only one that's now getting okay. Bringing up my bald spots, Ramin?
What is happening?
Thank you, everyone. We'll see you tomorrow at 8:30. Ciao.